Well, as we've mentioned, they'll clearly be talking about what's happening in Gaza at the moment. We're nearly at a death toll of 40,000 and no sign of an end to Israel's attacks. But I think important for this particular meeting today is that Mahmoud Abbas and his party Fatah don't really have much control of what's going on in Gaza and haven't done for quite a few years. As you know, this was an area that was under the control of Hamas before the fighting started. And I think what you'll see is a concentration on efforts to try and exert more international pressure on the West particularly to try and bring Israel's attacks to an end. We've seen just in the last couple of days, Mahmoud Abbas, he's been in Russia and came directly from there to Turkey. He's spoken to President Vladimir Putin there, where he received quite a positive reception. And Russia does have some influence to a certain extent because it is a permanent member of the UN Security Council, even though that particular UN organ hasn't had much success in recent months in trying to affect the events that are going on in Gaza at the moment. So I think that's one aspect that's likely to come under discussion. The other is the situation in the West Bank, which is where Mahmoud Abbas is based and where his party Fatah do have control. While there's been a lot of I suppose you say, focus on Gaza over the last few months, not so much on the West Bank, where human rights groups and Palestinians say there's been an increase in Israeli raids there, attacks using drones, and more than 500 people killed, including more than 20 people in Israeli settler attacks. So a lot of things that to be concerned about there as well. And I think once they get through all of this, if they manage to come up with a ceasefire, the international community, these two presidents will be talking about how they get to some kind of meaningful peace and a two-state solution going forward.